It happens to the best of us. One day you come out to your parked car only to discover that the battery on your precious Audi S6 has died. It may be time for a replacement. This video will walk you through the process of replacing and recoding the battery on your own and potentially avoid a costly trip to the dealership. Let's get started. This is the driveway. Please note, this information is provided to you to use at your own risk. You should always consult your owner's manual, the manufacturer's website, or service department to ensure proper installation and operation before attempting any repairs on your car. Although this process worked for me, your experiences may differ, so please do your research and proceed with caution. You will need the following tools to perform this job: a 10mm socket, a 13mm socket, a socket extension, and a socket wrench. Other tools you will need to accomplish this task are a Windows PC laptop with the latest version of the Rostec VCDS software installed, as well as a Rostec Hex V2 USB interface cable. This will be required to recode the new battery once you have it installed. As an option, if you wish to provide power to your car while you disconnect the primary battery, you may need an additional 12-volt power source such as a battery or a jump pack, an OBD automotive memory saver cable, and possibly a 12-volt socket to battery clamp adapter cable. Links to these tools and where you can acquire them are included in the description. To get started, the first thing you'll need to do is access the luggage compartment or trunk and remove the spare tire cover. Locate the two buttons towards the front of the compartment and unsnap them to release the cover, very similar to your floor mats. This can be done by lowering the rear passenger seats and accessing them from the front side of the luggage compartment. Once you have them unsnapped, you can carefully slide the cover out of your trunk and set it off to the side. To remove the spare tire, loosen the spare carrier nut by turning it in a counterclockwise direction. Once removed, carefully lift the spare tire out of the tray and set it off to the side. Next, remove the rear foam toolkit. First, lift the plastic airline and control valve cover off and then set it off to the side. There are hooks underneath that you can pull towards you to release the cover. Carefully lift the control valve and airlines out of the foam toolkit. You might have to wiggle it back and forth a little bit to get it loose, but once you have it out, you can gently set it down inside the compartment. The foam toolkit should now be free to be lifted out of the compartment, and you can just set that off to the side as well. The silver tank, known as the pressure accumulator, will need to be moved out of the way to access the battery bracket. With a 10mm socket, loosen and remove the 3 nuts holding the tank in place. You may need your socket extension in order to reach the nuts. Once the nuts are removed, gently lift the tank out of its current position and then set it aside inside the compartment. Next, with your 13mm socket, loosen and remove the 4 bolts holding the battery bracket in place. The bracket should now be free to be removed. Using a 13mm socket, loosen and remove the bolt for the battery hold-down clamp. Next, remove the plastic battery cover. Finally, remove the plastic positive battery terminal cover by popping it up and out of the 2 holes holding it in place. If you're concerned with your memory settings or want to ensure your car maintains continuous power, as an option, you can use a 12-volt power source and a memory saver cable to provide power and protect your car against data loss when the primary battery is removed. Simply hook up your OBD memory saver cable to a 12-volt power source and plug it into your car's OBD2 port under the dash. A red light on the memory saver cable will indicate there's power to the cable. To unhook the battery, start by loosening the 10mm nut on the battery's negative terminal cable. Once loosened, remove the negative terminal cable from the battery, and then do the same for the positive battery terminal. As a precaution and to avoid any contact with the battery or possibly a metal surface, you can wrap the positive battery wire in a nitrile glove and/or cover it with a soft cloth. Next, remove the drain tube from the passenger side of the battery by simply pulling it out. The battery used in this video to replace the original OEM battery that came with the car is an AutoZone Duralast Platinum AGM H9 battery, which, according to AutoZone, is a direct OE replacement battery for the Audi S6. Now, at first glance, the Duralast battery doesn't appear to have a BEM code sticker that contains the part number, the manufacturer code, and the serial number that will be required to recode the battery after installation. However, upon further inspection, and by peeling up the top labels of the Duralast battery, we find that the battery is actually manufactured in Germany, and that's the same as the original battery. And the BEM code sticker that we need for recoding the battery is also present. If you're using a Duralast battery in your car, take a picture or make a note of the BEM code sticker information, as you're going to need this later when you recode your battery via the VCDS software. Once you've removed the old battery and made note of the BEM code information of the new battery, hook up all of the connections in reverse order of the previous steps, by first replacing the positive battery cable onto the positive post of the new battery. Tighten the 10mm nut, being careful not to over tighten, and then do the same for the negative battery cable. If you used an external 12-volt power source and a memory saver, you can now safely remove them from your car, as you should now see that you have interior lights and your digital display in your instrument cluster is illuminated with that beautiful S6 logo. Now reinstall the battery hold-down clamp and 13mm bolt, and then tighten them into place. Reinstall the plastic positive terminal cover, the drain hose, and the plastic battery cover. Reinstall the battery bracket and then tighten the 4 13mm bolts to secure the bracket back in place. Next, set the pressure accumulator tank back in place and secure it by tightening the 3 10mm nuts. Place the control valve and carefully route the air lines back into the foam toolkit. Then place the plastic control valve cover back on the toolkit. Return the spare tire to its cradle and tighten the spare carrier nut. Finally, reinstall the spare tire cover by snapping it into place on the buttons towards the front of the luggage compartment. Stand back and admire your accomplishments. To ensure proper charging voltage and to extend the life of your new battery, you have to tell your S6 that it has a new battery. Ensure your VCDS hex V2 cable is properly secured to your car's OBD2 port and plugged into an appropriate USB port on your laptop. Launch the VCDS software. Click the Select button under Select Control Module. Click Module 19 CAN Gateway. Note that this Audi S6 uses the UDS protocol, so this process may vary depending upon the protocol your car uses, so please refer to the Rostec website for proper coding instructions for your car. Click Adaptation, click the Channel Selection drop-down menu, locate and choose the Battery Adaptation Size menu item. If the stored value does not match that of the amp hours of your new battery, select the appropriate value from the New Value drop-down menu. Then click Do It. Verify that the stored value now matches the selection you chose. Next, from the drop-down menu, locate and choose the Battery Adaptation Manufacturer menu item. If the stored value does not match the vendor code that was indicated on your BEM code sticker of your new battery, click the New Value drop-down menu and select the appropriate vendor from the list. Then click Do It. Verify that the stored value now matches the selection you chose. Finally, from the Channel Selection drop-down menu, locate and choose the Battery Adaptation Serial Number menu item. The stored value will be the old serial number of your previous battery. In the New Value field, type the new serial number from your new battery's BEM code sticker, and then click Do It. Verify that the new stored value matches the one you just typed. Click the Go Back button, click the Close Controller Go Back 06 button, click the Go Back button again, and then click Exit to close the VCDS software. You're done. Congratulations. You can now hit the open road and enjoy your S6 once more. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you're feeling really adventurous, click the subscribe button. Until next time, be good, be kind, be safe, and take care.